Today, on the 1st of December, I decided to film another video and tell you how awesome it is outside because it's the first snow today here in Moscow, in Russia. I could potentially give you some information that would be beneficial for you in the new upcoming year, such a Christmas gift, so to say. So I would like to talk about summer schools for medical students or for pre-med students, anybody who is interested in biotech, biomedicine, something applied or something more fundamental. All of those summer courses will be very beneficial for you. So what I would like you to open is the website of AAMC. Here's how it looks like. There you can type in undergraduate research programs. What differs this website from other websites on that topic is that those internships, research opportunities, projects, summer schools, they're all very, very great. They are filled with value. They will be very beneficial for you in the future. You can transfer those credits for your degree actually. And gain experience from greatest professors. So in this list, there are such great universities as Boston University, Yale University, Cornell, Washington University, Vanderbilt, and many, many more. Others, it doesn't mean that others are worse. It's just that those universities are, for example, in the Ivy League, so they are very easy to link to other things that you've heard about them. So a project that is interesting, for example, for me, is Tufts University. Tufts University is located in Massachusetts, next to Boston. As you know, Boston is a great place to study biomedicine because there are professors from Harvard, MIT, Boston University, Northeastern, and Tufts. Those are top universities in the world regarding this topic, and they all have cross registration, and professors work in all of those universities sometimes. Here is how the website looks. You should see this page when you are applying. This program is called Building Diversity in Biomedical Sciences. So if you are an underrepresented group in this, like in STEM, for example, if you are Black, Latin American, woman, LGBTQ plus community, you will be very welcome to apply. If you are not, you can see whether you qualify or not. But I think you should apply anyways. Maybe some professor will notice you and you'll have a great communication for a start. The application is pretty simple. You need to fill out the application form through the online application system. The most important part is to have a great personal statement. You probably want to have a research project on your mind, something that you've been really interested in a while. Maybe you know a lot, you've read a lot of articles, listened to like podcasts maybe on it, if it's psychology, for instance, or you watch a lot of videos, lectures on the topic, and you have maybe like a bold idea that you could potentially test. You might think that it's stupid, but once you put it on paper, who knows, maybe you'll build an MVP and it will be the greatest startup or something more like consulting in medicine, maybe something more fundamental, who knows. The hardest part would be getting letters of recommendation because you need to have them really, really well polished, so to say. If you are from a non-English speaking country, you might want to translate them professionally and give the translation as well as the original copy. Letters of recommendation, there should be 2 of them from professors that are linked to your program in medicine, or maybe from biology, chemistry, physics, anything related, and they should say something else about you other than she or he has all A's and just is a great student. There should be something else. There should be an anecdote, for example. You might want to discuss that with your professor. Give him or her maybe stories about yourself. So there should be a great communication between you two, so that he or she could help you get this position. And the most basic part is getting transcripts. You should firstly, you can email them unofficial transcripts. For example, download it from your electronic register, whatever works for you. And after you've been accepted, you've applied, you need to give your actual official transcripts. If it's from a non-English speaking country, you absolutely need to translate it officially with a special mark. It should be sealed, and the original copy should be mailed not by email but directly by mail. There are different services such as DHL, Pony Express, many others. You should use their service, of course. Yeah, so it's about this program. I hope somebody will be interested. I visited Tufts myself personally, and I absolutely love Boston. If I could study there, I would. Yeah, we are coming to the second program. The second program is from the Ivy League university, which is Cornell. Cornell is situated in a beautiful place. It's in New York, but it's not the New York that you know. It's not Manhattan, it's not Staten Island. It's upstate New York. It's quite a long way from Manhattan, actually. But once you arrive there, I can guarantee you that you'll not regret your choice. There are waterfalls, there are beautiful like hills. They are not mountains, but they are hills. Great forests. Just nature is absolutely amazing, as well as professors who teach you there. Cornell is famous for its baccalaureate program in biomedical engineering, which is a lot more favorable for females because they are underrepresented in that field. You might feel different about this news, but it's how it is, and if you are a woman, you can benefit from that. Why not? So there are 2 programs for the summer term. One is from Weill Cornell Medical College. It's Traveler's Summer Research Program. So if you are a traveler, why not? It takes place from 20th of June to the 5th of August. So it's about 2 months. And the application procedure is pretty simple as well. It's doubling all the required materials from the previous one. You need to download an application and fill it with your hand, so not by an online form, not in an online platform, nothing like that. You need to upload a personal statement based on the program materials that you are applying for. So you need to choose how it aligns with your professional goals, how it aligns with your understanding of what you want to do. And a lot of information regarding your academic history, all the colleges that you attended, all programs, all college credits. They'll be looking a lot at your academics. They are not going to close their eyes on your bad grades, for example. You need to provide a visa or like a permanent residence card, a green card, whatever. But if you don't have one, you can study by the tourist visa, as far as I understand. You can check that with them surely, so it should not be a problem if you don't have one. Yeah, so I think it's all that I wanted to say about this application. And we are going to look at the next application. Oh, I didn't show you. So the website of that program looks like this, so that you can check if you are applying for the right one. And about the other one. So the first one is for bachelor's undergraduates, and this one is for PhD or MD students. It's called the Gateway to Laboratory Summer Program. It's when you already got your bachelor degree or even master's degree and want to get an MD PhD, which is possible, I think, only in the United States, because usually you need to choose you either do something more scientific, as a PhD program would cover, or you are doing something, you are doing an MD and you are becoming a certified doctor. This program is designed to transfer you from your undergraduate or graduate degree to a full-time, really tough program of both MD and PhD. I think it's all the 3 months of summer, but you need to check that out also. You will spend 10 weeks living and studying in the New York City, which is not upstate New York. It's the New York City that you know. You will work independently on a project since you had your bachelor's or master's thesis already. It should not be a problem for you to choose one more topic, maybe develop the one that you already had. You will participate in career development workshops, which is absolutely great. Scrub in on surgeries at the New York Presbyterian hospitals. I think all the greatest doctors came from those hospitals, and being able to watch surgeons work, to shadow them, to gain experience from them is just priceless. You will partake in lab techniques and clinical skill workshops. You will be able to get your first money as a lab technician, for example, when you are going into MD PhD program. This is what I'm advising. Surely you don't have to do that. You can work on a project with Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, which is great for the ones who are studying cancer oncology from Biotech or fundamental part of it. Surely you will participate in journal clubs, in presentations. You will give oral presentations, written presentations. You will have experience in writing articles, scientific articles. You will present your research after the program ends, like in the end of the program. You will present your research to Leadership Alliance National Symposium, Annual Gateway Symposium, and potentially other national and local meetings. They didn't write which particularly, but they have a list that's going on and on. Yeah, so you should definitely apply. You are going to receive $6,000 for your housing, tuition, for your living expenses, so it's a really great sum. It really covers all the expenses that you need in Manhattan. For example, a small room will cost you about $1,500, like $1,500, and you can try to survive on the other $500 and live like that during all of the 3 months of your studies, which is absolutely great. They close their applications on the 1st of February, so be sure to apply. Check your luck, maybe check your knowledge, how it goes. The next one would be, for some reason it doesn't open. Yes, it did. Not such a great place as Manhattan, but still a good one. Yeah, let me see. University of Rochester. It's famous, I think, for its MBA programs, but it doesn't mean that medicine there is for some reason worse. It's really good for dentistry, and there is a program called Strong Children's Research Center Summer Programs and Summer Scholars Program. You need to check out which you qualify best for. Yeah, for some reasons they just don't want to open. Maybe it's my computer or something. Something went wrong. Yes, it did. It did open. So we are looking at the research opportunities, and there are several categories there. So it's biochemistry and molecular biology. If you're a person who wants to work in a lab, wants to model the diseases in vitro, in vivo, work with, for example, cell lines, doesn't want to work with people directly. Biomedical engineering is something that is my major, for example, and this is if you want to do prostheses, if you want to make cardiostimulators, for example, if you want to build MRI machines, X-ray machines. All of this stuff is biomedical engineering, which says for itself. Then it's biophysics, structural and computational biology. It's a lot of things combined in one, but it's more physics related and analytics as computational biology. Computational biology is, for example, in bioinformatics. If you have a lot of data and you understand the philosophy of how it could be potentially analyzed, you're a computational biologist. Then it's cellular and molecular pharmacology and physiology. This is more about drug development, drug manufacturing, drug delivery, understanding how the drug is being delivered, for example, like blood-brain barrier, a lot of many other things. This is just for example. Genetics, genomics, and development. I did a research project in the University of Biology of Development, which is absolutely great if it's modeled on small animals, as I did with Daphnias or rotivers. But it's also really interesting to study, for example, genetics of birds, understand how it could be implemented for humans, for drug development as well. It's applicable to any field, as far as I can tell you. There is also toxicology. I think it says for itself. Neuroscience, for those who are interested in transferring like psychology data to like neurotransmitters, analyze the signals that there are in the brain. Just know something else about the brain, because it's like 90% of it that are not analyzed, and the powers of the greatest computer are not enough to model a brain of a human, but enough, for example, to model a brain of a fly. Yeah, it's still quite hard, but it's possible. Pathways to human disease. If you want to be, for example, in health management, public health, or you want to be in epidemiology or just general MD degree, I think you could apply to that. And immunology, microbiology, and virology is something that is very, very needed these days, because they analyze your immune system, your immune responses, for example, to vaccines, to different diseases transmitted epidemically or not. And all of those opportunities are here in one university of University of Rochester, School of Medicine and Dentistry. There are no some opportunities for dentists, but if you are interested in that, I would choose something among those topics because it's all applicable and you will benefit a lot from that. Monthly tuition is a lot less than the previous program, but it's also $600 per week. So you'll be paid for that, which is great. Not a lot of medical experiences pay you. Sometimes you even pay for your fellowships, your summer opportunities. So this is an opportunity for you to maybe cut your expenses because you'll be given a dorm for free. You don't need to pay for it through those, like, for example, $600. But living in Rochester is also a lot cheaper than in a lot of cities and a lot of states. So you should definitely be thankful for that. Also, there is parking available. Travel reimbursement may be available to some students. The place where students stay and where they study is absolutely gorgeous. The football field, the area around is really, really great. The ecology there is beautiful. Don't waste that opportunity. I think the last thing that I want to say is people who are from underrepresented ethnical groups should definitely consider applying because they'll have greater odds in this program, as they say on their website. Your eligibility will be that you are studying in a U.S. institution, so you already either have a student visa or you are a permanent resident, alien, or a citizen, of course. I think you might be able to apply for it with a tourist visa that you can obtain on your own, but you need to check them out, check with them how do they feel about it. Yeah, so this is a great opportunity. The website looks like this. I'll surely tell you, so you can check. And the last program, but there are a lot of them actually. Yeah. So another state, another city. Pages just don't want to open today. Not found. Why? I honestly don't understand. A program that has a really nice name, in my opinion. University of California, San Diego. My friend, he keeps saying that this university is only famous for dolphins that are next to the seashore, but it surely is not the case. This summer program is 8 weeks long. It's called SURF, Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship. Even though it's a fellowship, it's for undergraduate students. Um, Summer applications have just opened, and I will tell you what you need to do in order to be accepted. You either qualify for Group A or Group B. There are two different categories. So you either are an undergraduate student with an F1 visa or J1. It depends how you received your scholarships and stuff like that, or you have an immigration status, citizenship, permanent residence, etc. It's the first group. And Group B, which all of us may be qualified for. It's African American, Asian, Hispanic, Native American, Native Hawaiian, and two more races. So you need to check out with your ethnical background. If you don't qualify for this category, and you are an invalid or have disabilities, you are qualified. That's a really great thing, and I love that they encourage a lot of different backgrounds for their programs. And there are a lot of there is a list of scholarships that you might have received during your undergraduate studies. I'm not sure about them because I'm not the one who possibly received them, so you need to check them out on your own. And there are about 6 research facilities that they provide you with from the university. It's UC San Diego Medical Center, which is an actual medical center. You work with doctors, maybe nurses, if you are interested in that. It's Salk Institute, it's Scripps Research, it's La Jolla Institute of Immunology, which we talked about before, Sanford Burnham Prebys Medical Discovery Institute. It's not a hospital, it's actually the medical discovery part that speaks for itself. And the Scripps Institute of Oceanography, which is totally unrelated to any MD programs, but it's a great place to study oceanography. Salk Institute is very famous, and I think it's mostly famous for studying aging, immunology, cancer biology, maybe some brain diseases even, and there are a lot of cross-platform research that is done there. You might want to, so their website, it looks like this. You might want to go into the people's category and see who works there and mail them directly or find them on LinkedIn, get their, if there is an email, get their email and email them or connect with them, and see how it goes with different people from this institute. Scripps Research is also a research organization. I'm not sure what it's specializing in, but we can see that. Yeah, the research departments. So it's molecular medicine, neuroscience, immunology, chemistry, and integrative structural and computational biology. What differs it from other institutions is chemistry, because not a lot of even like chemical engineering is done usually in those places, so it's more applied than fundamental. You might want to consider that. La Jolla Institute of Immunology, it's very dedicated to immunology, vaccines, and how our immune system works. And yeah, so there are several more, but I think I'm running out of time. So what I wanted to conclude, is how you should apply for this program. You'll receive a stipend as well. It will be $4,160 for the 8-week period, so you'll be able to accommodate yourself to find an apartment, rent it, and if you travel from another state, another country, you'll receive money to cover those expenses. But all of these programs, so now I will conclude. All of those programs might be virtual due to coronavirus outbreak. So if you are not eligible to apply only because you don't have the student visa, the citizenship, permanent residence, if you are not able to travel, for example, if you don't want to travel, you might still want to apply because in some cases, as for example, I have been such a person last year. I applied to Weizmann University fellowship and it was virtual. So I was able to travel to Europe while studying there, and I balanced it perfectly, and so could you. You surely will not receive that much of stipend to cover your expenses, but I don't think you're here for the money. All of those programs, they are absolutely great. Scientists there are very passionate about what they're doing. Doctors are very interested. They are interested in teaching these things that they know to you. People that you will meet there, like your peers, classmates, you will make really great connections for the future. You will help each other through your journey, because journey to MD or PhD is really, really long, and having that helping hand is always a great thing. So if you want me to help you fill out your applications, to advise you on what program you want to choose, feel free to drop me an email. I give private consultations on that topic. I have a lot of success stories, and I'm just really eager to help you with your journey. Thanks.